Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome once again to Empowering Morning Conversations. So, today I have two questions for you, and let's start with the first one. Rather, it's a statement. And my statement is every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of ourselves. Right? So, when does any experience occur? It occurs right now, right, in this instant. And if you want to put a time to it, maybe one experience takes a fraction of a second or 1 second. Okay. And what I have observed is sometimes the experience is over before we experienced it. In a blink of an eye. Right? But those who live in higher awareness, it seems like time has slowed down for them, so they are able to experience more in the same amount of time. And when you start doing that, you may start to experience how much you are allowing those experiences to fully be experienced, or we are very subtly pushing some of them away. Right? So if we are doing that, obviously we are not going to use that to make ourselves a better version of ourselves. A very interesting phenomenon is if we like something, we want to hold on to it, and then we are worried that it may go away. अच्छी चीज हो रही है, हमको डर लगता है कहीं चली ना जाए, तो उसका then also it takes me away from that. And if something is not happening, then I'm busy resisting it. So I'm not completely experiencing it. Now, you may be wondering, why am I saying this early in the morning today? I'm saying it because we have a certain number of hours every day. Okay? We have certain units of energy available to us every day. Am I right? And most of those units are utilized for, what do you utilize your time for mostly? If you just reflect on it in a moment, for a moment. आपका जो समय है, जो 24 घंटे मिलते हैं हमको, if you remove maybe 5, 6, 7 hours which you are sleeping, maybe 2 hours for eating, maybe another 1 hour or so for other bodily functions, then what are we doing with the rest of our time? Look practically at your daily routine. आप रोज जो करते हैं, look at that routine and see what are we doing with our time. Ashok ji, you have heard the second question. That's all right. That's the more important one. That what are we doing with our time? So the first question was, every experience is an opportunity to be a better version of ourselves. So we can only do that if we are experiencing every moment. So are we experiencing every moment? You may find out, no. That was the first question. Second question was, we have a finite amount of time available to us. And if you take out the time for eating, sleeping, other things, then what are we doing the rest of the time? Are you beginning to get a grip on it? What are we doing most of the time other than these things, sleeping, eating? And if you look at all those things that you're doing, how would you classify them? अगर आप उस समय को categorize करें, one category is working. What is the other category? Yes, Neeti, go ahead.
Sir, a certain amount of time goes in non-productive working, or when we are doing productive working, but mentally we are in a non-productive phase, so the work output is not as much.
And so
Because
what is non-productive, and why would you call it non-productive?
Because mentally, if I am thinking of something else, I'm in a different zone of thought, and I am working on something which has nothing to do with my thoughts. So the correlation of mind, application, and work output does not happen.
Okay. So in other words, that anything which is not furthering your purpose, you can call it non-productive.
Yes.
That's what you're saying, correct? In different words.
Yes.
All right. Kuldeep ji, good morning. Welcome. So nice to see you. I was remembering you with intensity this morning, so you came. Very good.
Morning, sir. Good morning.
Interesting. What about other people? What are we doing? Now, what Neeti is saying is that when I am doing my work or whatever, then also I'm not fully. Other than work, I'm saying. What else? Yes, Abhinav. काम के अलावा और क्या करते हो?
Judgments, all the time judgments. It is this moment, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad.
Okay.
I'm not being treated well. I'm being treated well. I think I'm judgments all the times.
Okay. Another thing that we are doing is judging and evaluating all the time. Okay. What else are we doing? Kunal sahab, बताइए.
सर सोचते रहते हैं, परेशान होते रहते हैं, thinking and worrying what will happen and all such stuff.
Okay, thinking and worrying what will happen and all that stuff. What else do you do? People are doing other things also, no? Nobody is mentioning it. I've heard a lot of, what are you doing? Just passing time, sir. You ask them, how are you passing time? No, I'm just watching little WhatsApp, little YouTube video, you know. And then,
Sir, in one word, killing time doing nothing productive or anything that supports me, only wasting time in thinking about so many other things which are not required at all and are not important at that moment.
yeah, very right. Shanti ji, what about you?
Sir, I'm blaming others
Okay,
for the
blaming others.
situation I am in. Oh, this is because of that person, because of this person.
Blaming. And Venkatesh ji is saying something. What are you saying, Venkatesh ji?
No, Ashok ji or somebody who spoke just now said killing time. I said I am leaving time. I don't kill time. I just leave the time. So
What is
time,
leave the time?
leaving the time means enjoying every minute of the day to the maximum what my mind wants. No, even thoughts, whichever I don't want to, I don't think.
Wow,
I think only what I want and what I enjoy. So there is no concept of time. Somebody asked me how you spent time 6 years of your retirement. I generally say, what is there? Whether I do anything or do nothing, the time will just go. I try to leave it maximum, like what I feel like. Today I
live it. Okay, live it. L-I-V-E, live it. Okay.
Yeah. Leave that time.
Okay, great. Thank you. Wonderful. Now, here is a question for you. So there is some time available to us, right? Other than essential activities, other than survival. Many of the so-called essential activities are survival activities, is it not? By नौकरी बरकरार रखनी है, पैसा कमाना है, and all that, correct? So now listen very carefully. Here comes a question. how do I use this time to create more in my life? More money, more possibility, more choice, more of everything. Why don't we ask this question to our own self, right? How can I use this time to create more in my life? How can I use this time to add more value to life? Not only to my life, add value to life itself. You know, I think about 5-6 months ago, Ashok ji introduced me to a place called Nana Palkar Samiti. All right. So after many times, many invitations, I finally went there and I saw this beautiful place that has been made in the heart of Bombay, where these people, a voluntary organization, is providing food and accommodation to poor cancer patients and their families. Okay. And they're giving them food. They're giving them other medical facilities. They have an ambulance and everything. And then he came out with an idea that why don't you give access bars to some of these patients? So we started a movement where myself and a couple of other people from Access, we would go and give free sessions to the patients over there. And those people were just so happy that they sponsored 8 of their, Ashok ji's Rotary Club and the Nana Palkar Samiti, they sponsored 8 people to attend a bars workshop with me. And these volunteers are very, very interesting people. Some people are working in hospitals, some people are working for railways, some people are retired, some people are students. They just come and volunteer their time over there. And they came to learn this so that they can give the free healings to people over there, right? Do you think that they are making very good use of their time? I mean, do you think that they're making a difference to life itself?
Yes.
मतलब जीवन को और क्या कहते हैं enrich कर रहे हैं. Because when we contribute to the world, we are making the world a better place. What better contribution can there be? And thank you very much, Ashok ji and Ratan ji, for making that happen. So the question we can ask ourselves is, how do I use this time to create more in my life? Whatever it is you want to create. You want to create more money? Are you doing that? More possibility? More choices? More of everything? Not only for yourself, but for everybody else. See, I believe that we are very, very, very powerful and useful resources for the world, I mean, if the Almighty has given us this opportunity to learn and grow so much of wisdom, etc. I mean, if we just keep it for ourselves, you can certainly do that. You can spend the rest of your life generally, living it 100%. Even when you do that, you're spreading happiness because you are a role model for people. People say, "Yaar, Zindagi mein maze le sakte, inko dekho." That is one of the things that you can do, and Venkatesh is doing it very well. On the other hand, you have Ashok ji also. He's a very, very senior and aged person, maybe 10 years older than me, who still, he goes there. Every time we go give a healing, he's over there. The other day, I was trying to figure out how many activities is he involved in. He's involved in everything, and most of them are not for himself. Because his personal needs, he's a very, very successful person, big industry. He's held all the positions possible, president of this and president of that. He doesn't have to do anything, but he's doing it. I'm not saying this to make anybody feel bad. I'm just saying, hello. My old saying is, anybody can do it. I can also do it. Remember, if anybody can do it, I can also do it. Please say it with me. If anybody can do it, I can also do it. If anybody can do it, I can also do it. Yeah. So we do have some time available with us, time spent in judging and brooding and thinking कि ऐसा क्यों हो गया, वैसा क्या हो गया. Even if you take out that time, you will see that you have 1 or 2 hours available. And if you take out all the other faltu activities that we do, you will see that you have another 4 or 5 hours available. So it's a good question to ask yourself, how do I use this time that I have to create more in my life? More possibilities, more choices, more money. How do I use myself and my time to make the world a better place? Some people might say, why should I? Okay, no problem. But how about making your life a better one? How about making the life of your family a better one, and so on and so forth? Yes, Kunin, go ahead.
Also, sir, more enlightened people,
Yep.
if we can.
Yep. Because see, when more and more people are enlightened, there are more and more people who are raising the consciousness of the planet, and that becomes a better place anyhow. Kunan Sahib, you must have read the book Power versus Force, right? So when you raise the consciousness of one person, then 100 other people are raised. So that's a beautiful point. So now this is a question addressed to each one of you. How do you use your time to create more in your life? I thought, let me talk about this because every time I say create. Yeah, from shifting from survival mode to create mode. So many times the thought comes, now what should I create? See, even in your job, is there a possibility to create? So let's ask this question to all the working people over here. See, in your job or your business that you do, what can you create that will make life better and easier for everybody? Which can cut costs and improve profitabilities, bring more income for the organization or for yourself. What can you create at the job? What can we create in our relationships? Okay, Reddy Garu, please go ahead.
I can have better systems in place and communication with all who I am dealing with in my workplace.
Yeah, that's something you can do. But are you not doing it already? You can do it better, you're saying?
Yeah, I have to better it, sir. I'm doing it, but not to my satisfaction.
Okay, very good. So that's in the job, in the workplace.
Yes.
Right? So thank you for sharing it. Let's listen to others and see what will you change in other places in your life. What are you going to create over there? You don't do it if you don't want to, but at least you can say now what is possible for you to do. Like, this is, I can do this also, I can do this also. But whether you do or not, that's up to you. But at least you can say now what is possible. So what is possible that you can add? So ask a question now, what else is possible? Wow, wow, wow. Leena ji is visible. How nice. Priyanka is there with us. Very good. Kasa is also there. Very good. Arvind. All right. So are you guys in the conversation? Because if there's no more conversation, then let's listen to some shairi and say bye-bye for the day. And you can think about this question for the rest of the day. Yeah, ready, Karu.
So for others, I'm working on road safety in the city.
Okay, very good.
I observed that so much of indiscipline and so many accidents are happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on that. Sir.
What, to make more accidents happen?
No, sir. To avoid accidents.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Yes, Shanti.
And sir, most of the time I feel that my internal interferences are playing a great role in using the time in a creative way.
Yeah, so if you desire to create something in life, you will then have a desire to deal with the interference also, na?
Yes, sir.
Because if somebody wants to do something, then suppose you really want to reach somewhere in your car, then only you will release your handbrake, no?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, the handbrake will be always on.
Yes, sir.
When do we use handbrake? When we are parking only, right?
Yes, sir.
If you want to go somewhere, you have to release the handbrake. The handbrake is what? Interferer, something that stops you. Yesterday, what was the topic everybody was discussing?
It is Rama's class. He's talking about self-confidence, self-efficacy, head, heart, and hand, skill developments, how to use your head and heart.
Yeah,
And
for
he has covered all these things, that what are all necessary to make ourselves more efficient.
yeah. So you have to deal with interferers only, na? Then only you can be efficient. What is efficient?
Efficiency is using the potential.
Yeah, and producing the result, no?
Results, yes, sir. The interferences are coming in the way. I have to work
Exactly.
on the interferences so that I can use the time more efficiently.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Yes, Abhinav, go ahead.
Yeah, I was Sudhir reacting. We're just still thinking about your question that how can I create more in my life,
Hmm.
and then how then other questions were connected to that only. So I was thinking about it and I realized that if I can stop analyzing about the past,
Hmm.
like this happened in the past, that happened in the past, this is good, this is bad, all the judgments that I do, this is good, this is bad, this is not going in the right direction. If I can stop analyzing about the past or judgmenting about the past, and stop if I can stop thinking about the future, what will happen in the future, because we don't know what will happen in the future. Like 10 years back, we never thought that the future that we have today will happen. So we don't know about the future. So if I can stop analyzing about the past and stop thinking about the future, then I will start living my life on a moment to moment and to moment basis. That will I live my life on moment to moment basis and not coming from the past and not coming from the future, then that will be the time when I will be creating something in life.
Beautiful. You said if I stop, correct?
Yeah.
So why don't you say when I stop?
When I stop, yeah.
And when will you stop? जब कोई मुहूर्त का इंतजार है.
See, it happens. So Deepak, it just happens, so I am in the creative mode and then something happens and then I again go into the survival
Default.
mode.
वो
And then
default.
after EMC, hello, yeah, I go into default mode. And then I work on myself thanks to EMC right now because I'm not doing anything else except EMC. And then again I go into creative mode, and then again I something happens, and then I get into survival mode.
Okay.
But the
at
time
least you
spent
know.
in the survival mode are much more than the time spent in the creative mode.
Yeah. So you at least are able to realize it, no?
Yeah. Yes.
So as soon as you realize it, what should you do? Stop. You say to yourself, stop analyzing. That you can actually give a command to yourself. Every time you see that it's starting to happen, you say, stop analyzing. And by the way, lot of people do that. And they don't even realize that they are doing it. So it's not automatic, then nobody knows that we are doing it. So awareness, obviously, and if there is a desire, because see, it's a good question. Get up in the morning and ask this question, what can I add to my life today that will allow me to create a future that I desire? Ask this question every morning and ideas will come. Or you can say, how do I use my time to create more in my life? It's a good question to ask every morning to yourself, isn't it? How can I use my time to create more in my life? See, I may be having everything. I can still ask that question. How can I use my time to create more in life? If you have nothing, then also you can ask this question. If you've got everything, then also you can ask this question and see your life becoming richer. Yes, Kunen.
I was just thinking, how can I invest my time? Maybe just rephrasing.
Yeah, whatever. You can use the time, you can invest the time. Investment gives you bigger returns. So it's a nice word to use. Yeah. So now the point is, question is supposed to elicit a certain answer, which nobody is answering. So I'm thinking, are you listening to the question even? Yes, Venkatesh?
This is about the investing time. Life is full of moments that over the years, you will have people who have helped you, whether you want it or not. And like we work in the all life, we work for certain institution or some things. The work is, though we are doing it for pay, we will be serving people. We are living for others. Means that is the thing we do there. That, for example, I was working in a bank. So I was making my customers' life comfortable. I was listening to them, suggesting them what best can be done about their personal relationship also. There was times when I had to intervene, like I used to give them advice not to distribute all wealth to them, help them throughout, construct the house, other things and all. It is there because in the life you have struggle hard and you never think about yourself and you do everything for the children, everything. And after that, the children demand whatever you have, which is ensuring your retired life. That means that you are doing something throughout your life, not thinking about yourself, or you may not be giving your time to your better half, or some people will be neglecting. You are not given enough time because of your duty. So there was one poetry which I sent to Kunain once, that was Karz Chukana Hai Baki. So Zindagi mein Karz Chukana Hai Baki. So we are indebted to people. We have to think so many people will be dead by the time we think that we'll go and do something for them. So there are few people still living, or it is up to us. So if we think that if they are in the hard times or anything, even sitting in the hospital by their side, telling them stories will help a lot. Like that, the investment on the other side that you do
Is
put
that,
to something,
Venkatesh,
something to,
sorry to cut you short,
yeah,
but are you saying that you're going to do that?
I'm doing that.
Okay, good. Because
I'm
I thought you
thinking
were
about
answering my question.
One more thing, last, just a minute. I am seeing Kuldeep Chaturvedi today here, and I want to listen to him, his shairi also. Before he close, we please request him later.
Of
Maybe,
course,
yeah,
we
thank you.
will not let him go without the shairi.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
certainly want somebody to answer the question, how will I use my time or how will I invest my time to create more in life? What you're already doing, very good, congratulations. The question is, how will I use my time to create more? Yeah, Kasa,
So when we are more relaxed, then we are more in a creative mode, sir.
that's not the question I'm asking. I did not ask you, how do you get into the creative mode? Sarji, Chinnaswamy, I'm asking, how do I use my time to create more in my life? More possibility, more choice, more money, more of everything. We have a lot of spare time, which you may not be realizing. So how are you going to use that time to create more in your life? That was the question for the day. So would you like to answer that one, Kasa?
Being more focused on the end, on the outcome, what we desire to create.
Yeah, that is how you're going to do it. But what are you going to do to create more possibility in your life? So think more on it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, because we can think about great concepts and all, but the time comes for action. This is action question. Yes, Priyaji, bataiye.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Hello,
Morning.
everyone. I think I need to look to my goals and plan myself to reach there.
Yeah, so
Planning is important right
Yeah.
now for me.
you cannot be erratic about it, no? After 4 days, you do some action on it.
Each
After-
day I have to
Ah.
make a plan sheet and work. Each status, every moment.
Yeah. That does not mean you cannot enjoy yourself. You can do that as well.
I am doing that.
It's a messy moment.
Hanji?
Kuch nahi. Thank you very much. Yes, Neeti ji, bataiye. Then we will come to Shanti ji.
Sir, correct me if I'm wrong. There are people in the family who were not so open to the concept of energy and healing through energy, but seeing the changes that I am going through coming to the AMC regularly, they have started opening themselves. And I find that to be a big breakthrough. And what is coming to me from that and what you've been sharing today is the time has come where I upgrade myself more in skill so that I am able to impact, without saying, the energetic impact on others to kind of come and be in this mode more. Whether it is through healing or it is through help, something would come more from there. So mentally, I'm putting a date of 30th November. Latest by 30th of November, I would like to upgrade myself. I will
I
speak
am
to you
going to,
offline
or
on
you
it.
like? Are you
I
saying
want-
I am
want-
going to?
I desire to. I'm going to.
Okay.
And from there, something would come. You know, it is just a step which is opening. Something more would open as I go along, is what is coming to me.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. And Shanti ji,
Sir, I think I am not seeing that time as an opportunity to create. I'm not seeing that time as an opportunity to create. Instead, I am brooding over all those interferences. I allow my self-talk to worry about the situation. As Abhinav ji said that I am worrying about the past and I fear the future, I fear the results and all that. Instead, you should involve 100% in that present moment and look it in a way as it is an opportunity. I'm not doing it.
Sure.
If I see as an opportunity, then I will get into the creative mode. Instead, I am looking at from a negative mode or from a survival mode, and I am getting into the old patterns and I'm not creating anything.
Yeah, no, that's the sad part of it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Hello, I'll talk to you on that. Sometimes, we cannot find the way on our own. And at that time, you should listen to somebody who knows how to put you in the right direction. Isn't it? All right. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you, everybody. And be with this question for the rest of the day. What is the question? The question is, what is the question? How can I use my time, or how can I invest my time to create more in my life? More possibilities, more choices, more money, more of everything. Okay. And remember, if you don't make a choice, nothing is going to change. If you don't make a choice, things will remain the same. Question is, do you want things to remain the same? Okay, good. So I'm going to stop here and we will request Vetrivel for some Tirukural, and then we will ask Kuldeep ji for Shairi, and then we will ask Punain for the Shairi. Venkatesh ji, we can ask you also if you have any Shairi. Okay, over to you, Vetrivel.
Thank you very much, sir. Amazing morning, amazing insights. Sure, we will keep asking this question.
Tell me one thing, Vetrivel, is there any other word other than amazing that you can use to say the same thing?
Very insightful.
You're very fond of the word amazing. All right, go ahead.
I hear it somewhere. I want to repeat it. Just to add, not that word. I say, when I say every time amazing, it is because I do.
Because you
should do.
Okay, very good. Go ahead. Let's hear some Tirukural today.
Great, sir. Tirukural is Ulaga Totta Olukal Palakatrum Kallararivilar. Sorry, I will repeat it again. Ulaga Todatta Olukal Palakatrum Kallararivilar. Meaning is, who know not with the world in harmony to dwell, many things have learned, but nothing well. The basic part of a successful life is being in harmony with the world. Otherwise, whatever you read may not be useful. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Kuldeep ji.
सर, शायर कहता है कि हर पल ने कहा एक पल से, हर पल ने कहा एक पल से, पल भर के लिए तुम सामने आओ।
वाह।
पल भर का साथ कुछ ऐसा हो कि हर पल तुम ही तुम्हें आता है। Means every moment said to another moment that please come in front of me, and our momentary togetherness will be such that I should remember you and only you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Sagar, you want to say some Shairi?
Yes, sir. You know so early that I am going to say शायरी. So, sir, मैं भी एक शायरी कहना चाहता हूँ. जीवन मेरे को पता नहीं ये क्या है, जीवन मेरे को पता नहीं ये क्या है, लगता है ये मिस्ट्री है, इसको जीना है, मानना है और हर एक पल में ऐसा जीना है कि ये हर एक पल ही मेरा जीवन हो और इसको ऐसा जीना है कि कृतज्ञता में व्यक्त कर सकूं।
अपने सारे वादे निभाने हैं। वादे निभाने हैं ना?
हाँ, वादे भी निभाने हैं, मुश्किल भी आ जाएगी पर वो मुश्किल को हम सोचकर समझकर सुलझाएंगे, जीवन को हम आराम से निपटाएंगे, जीवन को हम निपटाएंगे।
Beautiful message for the morning. Yes, Kasa, you also have some shairi today.
It's Tirukural, sir. Hello.
Yeah,
Sir,
yeah,
am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
செய்யக பொருளை செருணர் செருக்கருக்கும் எகுதெனிற் கூறியதில். What it means is accumulate wealth. It will destroy the arrogance of your foes. There is no weapon sharper than it.
All right, very nice. Thank you very much. And let's listen to Kunain Shahidi.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, एक सवाल पूछना था.
एक सवाल मैं करूं, एक सवाल तुम करो.
Like why I do think I have enough time. Why the sense of urgency of the time doesn't come? How can
I answer that question for you?
Okay.
Because it's a question you have to ask yourself, na? आपका समय है. But tell me something. This is a very interesting thought you popped into my head today. So much urgency drivenness we have in our life. You know what I mean? Urgency driven means हम तभी करेंगे when something becomes urgent. This is something from the childhood we might have noticed, you know. We get into action when something becomes urgent. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what if you could just do it because you do it, because you said it? I mean, why are we waiting for someone to be something to become urgent? मतलब जब तक सिर पे तलवार नहीं खड़ी होगी तब तक हम कुछ नहीं करेंगे. तक पिछवाड़े में आग नहीं लगाएगा कोई तब हम नहीं भागेंगे. But this is the conditioning, na? You notice that the default mode is that unless some, you know, urgency happens in the form of a fear or अरे कर लो, time निकल जा रहा है, you know.
Yeah, I think I take it for granted कि time तो बहुत है, बाद में कर लेंगे.
Well, that is a different matter. You don't look like a person like that. See, kabhi what happens is that when you are getting into more of this type of work, na, when fears and all go away, you know, the things which were your drivers, ke kar lo, dar, ye, wo, you know, things that were making you feel the urgency from outside, they are no longer there. You are now a self-driven person. So जो आदत क्या है कि जब तक बाहर से चाबुक नहीं पड़ेगा हम नहीं करेंगे. Sense of urgency नहीं आएगी तो नहीं करेंगे. But I can define, na? I mean, I am a self. Now I know that what I say will be done. What I create will be done. So I can say hello. It's my choice. If I want to wait and do it later, I will do that. And I choose to do it now. I mean, if you look at yourself as an infinite being, you have all infinity. But as a physical being living in this body, you don't have infinity. You may have about 100, 125 years to live.
Yeah.
The last 25 years, you may not be able to do anything.
Thank you, sir. Got it.
Anna?
Yeah.
So only you can push yourself. So the dependency on other factors to push you is no longer existing for you. You've gone beyond that stage, na?
Yes,
So
sir.
सुकून में आ गए हो आप जरा. मतलब ज्यादा ही सुकून आ गया. अब शायरी
I think it's a take of more responsibility and ownership.
Yeah, I will drive.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for clarification. The शायरी जो याद आ रही जनाब, आपने 2 सवाल किए तो 2 शायरी सुननी पड़ेगी.
It is a pleasure. आप 4 सुनाइए.
तो अर्ज किया है कि कुछ इस तरह से सौदा कर लिया मुझसे मेरे वक्त ने.
अरे वाह.
कुछ इस तरह से सौदा कर लिया मुझसे मेरे वक्त ने, तजुर्बे देकर मुझसे नादानियां ले गया. तजुर्बे देकर मुझसे नादानियां ले गया. So that's what time had done business with me. He gave the experiences and took away my innocence, my ignorance and all such stuff. और दूसरा जनाब अर्ज किया है कि घर से मस्जिद है बहुत दूर, चलो कुछ यूं कर लें. घर से मस्जिद है बहुत दूर, चलो कुछ यूं कर लें, किसी रोते हुए बच्चे को हंसाया जाए. किसी रोते हुए बच्चे को हंसाया जाए. तो the mosque is too far from my home. It might take time or it will be not reaching there. So instead of going to the mosque, let's do other alternative work. Let's make the child crying be happier.
Yeah.
So that's
Wow.
what it is, sir.
Wow.
Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thank you all for your participation today. And remember the question which I asked you. It might help you to create something during the day. So what's the question? What is the question, my dear? Simple question. How will you use your time to create more in your life? All right. So bye-bye. Thank you. God bless you. See you tomorrow.